Hello, my name is Jamie Tracy, and today I'm going to be discussing crabbing in British Columbia. This video is going to briefly describe the type of license you need in order to crab, what type of traps and baits that you use for crabbing, as well as how to tell the difference between a male and female crab. We'll talk a little bit more about the species and different types of crab as well. The first thing I'd like to discuss is the type of license you need to crab in British Columbia. The license is called a tidal water fishing license, and this license can be bought annually for around $22 for the year. And this allows you to crab throughout the year, and with this license you're able to catch a maximum of 4 male crabs per day. So that's 4, it could be Dungeness crabs, it could be rock crabs, but that allows you 4 males per day. And again, it has to be a certain length or size for each type of crab. Dungeness crab needs to be a little bit larger than rock crab. And I'll display this and show this a little bit more in depth in the other video that I'm gonna be showing after this. After we've already discussed about the license, the next thing we're going to talk about is our traps, different ways that we can catch the crab. So what I've got here is your kind of basic collapsible crab trap. This can be bought at most fishing shops or sporting outlets. And this, pretty basic setup. So it pops up, and there's 2 different ways that the crab would come in. So you can see here, there's a little doorway here. So the crab would come through here, pop through, and then this would shut behind it. So the crab would get stuck and it wouldn't be able to come back out. And then it's got the same setup on the other side. So the crab goes in through the gate closes behind them, and the crab is then stuck in the trap and not able to get out. What draws the crabs into the trap is the bait. So this would be hanging inside the trap, and that's what the crabs are going to be going after. So for bait, what I usually use is halibut bones and scraps, or trim, or salmon. And this you can get from your local grocery store or butcher shop. Just ask them if they've had any fish trim, and usually you can get it for a really cheap price, and the crab love it. They go, salmon especially, and the halibut, it's got a kind of a stronger smell, so it works really, really well for that. So that's your trap setup. Another way you can go crabbing, and this is one of my favorite ways, is that you can just use a net. You can go out when the tide's low, walk out until you're about waist deep in the water, and you're going to see the different crabs just crawling along the ocean floor. And again, you're just going to scoop them up. You want to make sure that you're keeping the crabs alive, so usually have a cooler with you with ice, because in order, if a conservation officer or someone would come and check to see if your crabs are of the right size, and making sure that they're male, that's why you need to keep them alive, so they can check that, and then you can take them with you. Also, you need your measuring device. Okay, so this is used for measuring your crab. You can see here there's different sizes. So for the rock crab, it needs to be 115 millimeters. So again, the crab's going to be shelled in between there. So that's the length of the shell. And I'm going to show again this in more detail in the video coming afterwards. And then you have your king crab as well. And in Canada, so you can see it needs to be 165. So that's from there to there. And again, usually about your thumb to your pinky when it's extended, the crab would be in between that. Okay, but you need this as well just to make sure that you're keeping it. It needs to be the correct size. If not, you need to put it back in the ocean, let it grow a little bit larger. Okay, next will be my video, and again we're going to show the difference between the male and female crabs. Again, the size that you need to keep in order for them to be keepable, as well as the different types. So again, rock crab and Dungeness crab. All right, thank you. After watching this, I hope you have a brief understanding about crabbing, and that you can get out there and catch some crabs. Thank you. Hi, my name is Jamie Tracy, and today I'm going to be doing a little lesson on Dungeness crab. So first off, you need to have your BC tidal water sport fishing license. in order to catch crab, and then as well as you need a net, and then a measuring device to determine the size of the crab. So to be able to catch Dungeness crab, you need to have, first off, they have to be male. Females are not allowed to be caught. They have to be put back in the ocean, as well as they need to be 6.5 inches in length. So you can see this one here is a little bit under. So we're going to put this one back after the video. And then again, I'm going to flip it over. A little bit spicy. And you can see on the belly, this area here, this is how you tell if it's a male or a female. So this one's a male. It's got a much more pointy bottom. The females will look more kind of rounded and much wider. So again, this one's a male. If it was the right size, 6.5, we would be able to keep this one, but it is a bit under. So we're going to put this one back in the ocean now. Thank you. Okay, so here we have a female Dungeness crab. So you can see at the bottom here, this part looks much more like a beehive compared to the male, which looks like a lighthouse.